Huge here in Hollywood, of course. Hi, Becky. Yeah, late last night, Les Moonves released a statement confirming that he is out and saying he is sad to go. Quote, untrue allegations from decades ago are now being made against me that are not consistent with who I am. He's leaving, though, without a golden parachute at the moment. COO Joe Iannello, who's been with CBS for 13 years, becomes president and interim CEO. The chairman's role will be vacant for now. Well, Shari Redstone now calling a truce. The lawsuits are settled, and National Amusements will not try to merge CBS and Viacom for at least 2 years, though she's open to other ideas the CBS board may come up with, and it's a new board practically. Half the board's gone, been replaced. Some of the people gone may have been too closely tied to CBS. The new faces include Dick Parsons, who used to run City and Time Warner. You've got Strauss Zelnick, who runs Take Two. You also have Barbara Byrne, former vice chair of investing at Barclays. Basically, half the board now is made up of women, almost half the board. As for Moonves, well, you know, David Faber reported that he was negotiating an exit package worth perhaps $100 million plus. But then Ronan Farrow struck again with a second New Yorker story yesterday. 6 more women allege unwanted sexual advances or assaults from Moonves from the 1980s through the mid-2000s. It's pretty graphic stuff. This follows a story in late July with 6 other women claiming similar things. Now, CBS says that Moonves and the company are going to donate $20 million to Me Too supportive programs, money which will come out of Moonves' severance. And he won't personally receive any severance until the company investigations are complete, except for what they call fully vested or accrued compensation. And we don't know how much that is. But it's hard to believe, guys, that 1 year ago, Harvey Weinstein was still in power. Charlie Rose and Matt Lauer still had jobs. They're gone, and now following them, Les Moonves, by far the most powerful person to be taken down in this new era. Back to you.
The first time, Jane, it came out, and then they had the board meeting, and we're going to let them stay for a while, they came up with. Then they had a shareholder, then they had a conference call, and you weren't allowed to ask any questions about it. And then last week, David's report came out, but they had to know that Ronan Farrow was coming out with something, so they didn't even go back to talking about it again until it was like, oh my God, there's 6 more coming, and then they finally decide maybe we need to do something. To me, it looks like, I don't know, this board looked for every reason they could not to do this, not to finally do what needed to be done until it was like smacking them right over the head.
Well, maybe that's why half the board is now gone and been replaced. This is what's really different is earlier on, if this had been 10 months ago, he might have been out the same day, the way Lauer and Rose were, the way things have happened so quickly. Now we're at a different place, perhaps in the Me Too era, where you want these internal investigations to go on. Then there's a question about how old these allegations are. There's certainly, there was a police investigation, but the statute of limitations has expired. I don't know what's happening with this movement, but it seems to be evolving a little bit. But once the second story came out, as you said, Joe, the board all of a sudden is like, okay,
it seems to be evolving,
not only, we need a new board.
It seems to be evolving, Jane, but it seems that it also seems where you sit. You know, being a CEO is a little different than being a public persona.
Absolutely.
And they, you know, he's CBS. They say nobody else has the eye for
being able to do this, right?
But these allegations are inconsistent with who I am as a person. That sounds like you could say the person I am now, it's inconsistent. I don't know. That doesn't sound like even
I don't know what that means.
Doesn't sound like a denial to me that it's inconsistent with how I see myself. Well, you know.
Well, with the New Yorker, he admitted to 3 of the encounters, but said they were consensual. By the way, you know, he already, even before all this, they took his name down off the newsroom at USC that he and Julie Chin, his wife, who's a USC alum. Yeah, they spent big money.
They gave a big
donation to the school.
Great.
Yeah, the name's gone already. After the first article, the name went down.
Great place to train young beautiful facility. And that name was big there, the Les Moonves Center. So that's down at SC, huh? Wow.
Yep.
Okay.